What courses did you study in finance at university? Credit center? Invest? Managing money? Or are you only enrolled in the courses you need to meet your graduation requirements? As with calculus, astronomy, and anthropology, these courses are considered unnecessary. The outside world tells us to go get a job and get a degree, and then everything will be fine. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're going to look at 10 personal finance rules school doesn't teach you. But before we proceed, if you're new to this channel, remember, go ahead and to hit the bell icon to subscribe, so you won't miss the informative videos we will upload in the future. Now get ready and make sure to stay tuned till the end, as we dive right into the video. Number 1. College debt isn't 100% necessary. Contrary to popular belief, you don't necessarily need student loans in order to receive a college degree. The latter can be obtained without one. In fact, a whopping 85% of recent grads limit their high student debt loads and the significant amount of money they must spend paying it off as soon as they begin working. It's not always necessary to obtain these loans to further your education. Some institutions provide an excellent education for a far lower cost than private schools. So do your research and explore all of your options before making any decisions about student loans. If you're looking to cut down on costs, there are a few options available to you, such as enrolling in a less expensive institution, working while you study, or graduating sooner. In some cases, it might be worth considering one of these alternatives instead of shouldering a large amount of debt. A few $1,000s shouldn't be the deciding factor when it comes to starting a job that has the potential to pay very well, if you're dedicated to it, that is. However, don't make the decision to go to college solely because of the debt relief it offers. There are a variety of other ways that you can achieve your career goals without going the traditional college route. Number 2. How to buy a house. After graduating from college, people oftentimes find themselves in even more debt than before. They feel the need to spend more money since they now have additional expenses and can no longer get by on just their student loan debt. For example, they might spend at least $30,000 on a brand new car and then proceed to look for the most expensive property they can borrow. This is a huge mistake that a lot of people make. If you already have debt, you shouldn't go out and take on more of it. 28 to 36% is the debt-to-income (DTI) ratio that lenders require when you're looking to purchase a home. That's the percentage of your overall debt divided by your income. If your DTI is higher than 36%, you'll likely be rejected for the loan or have to consider a less expensive home. There are a lot of factors that go into purchasing a home, so make sure you understand all your options before making any decisions. The 28-36 rule is a wise one to follow when it comes to purchasing a home. Your mortgage shouldn't be more than 28% of your income, and your entire debt shouldn't add up to more than 36% of your salary. Renting is often a cheaper and smarter way to save money, but when the time comes to make a purchase, it's important to do your research, shop smart, put emotions aside, and never spend more than you can reasonably afford. Number 3. Have an emergency fund. Emergency preparedness should be taught in schools. It's something that every student should know about in case they ever find themselves in a situation where they need to fend for themselves. If your income was lost, or you were to have an accident, would you know what to do? Most people don't because they've never been taught how to deal with such situations. If my father had passed away before I finished my degree, his insurance would have paid for all of my expenses, but not everyone is that lucky. It's a good idea to have 6 months' worth of costs saved up in an emergency fund so you can live comfortably and worry less. I hope you never have to deplete your emergency fund, but if you do, be mindful of your spending. Only use the money for what you need, like food and shelter. Don't be tempted to spend it on nights out at restaurants and bars. Number 4. Taxes. Taxes and death are the two things in life you cannot avoid. There is a lot of material to learn about this subject, which is really fascinating. I can see why it isn't covered in the classroom. To properly get into taxation, they will need to teach a full degree. The one thing you must understand is that there are 4 different ways to earn money: by working for yourself and having a W-2, by being an investor, by being a business owner with an LLC or corp, or by being an employee. The employee is the only one who has no control over their taxes, since the money was set aside for taxes before they were paid. The other three should contact a CPA or tax attorney to help reduce their tax impact and to perform their duties more effectively. As a law-abiding citizen, it's important to pay your fair share of taxes in order to fund the country's infrastructure. Number 5. Save, save, save. You might have learned in school that setting aside 10% of your salary is the norm. But the truth is, this percentage doesn't amount to much and won't be enough to support you when you're retired. If you want to save a respectable amount, most experts recommend saving between 25% to 40% of your income. One way to reduce spending and boost your savings is by cutting out unnecessary costs, like that daily coffee run. Instead, put that money in a savings account so it can grow through compound interest. Number 6. Rules of insurance. Having life insurance is important if you have people in your life who rely on you financially, such as your spouse, child, or parent. Term insurance is typically the best type of life insurance policy to have since it provides coverage at any time, whereas a life insurance policy only covers you during a set period of time. If you don't have anyone who is financially dependent on you, then canceling your policy is the best way to save money. In addition to life insurance, you should also obtain insurance for your other assets, such as your car, house, valuable possessions, and health. Getting umbrella insurance from one insurer is usually cheaper, and it will cover many of your policies. Number 7. Compound interest. The best-kept financial secret is probably compound interest. Young people have time on their side. They may not immediately reach their financial objectives, but they have an advantage when it comes to investing. They only need to take advantage of compound interest's powerful effects. Young people can accumulate significant wealth over the course of their lives by saving tiny amounts of money in high-interest accounts. Here is a fantastic example to demonstrate the significance of compound interest. The first option is $3,000, and the second option is a penny that doubles in value every other day. Number 8. Budgeting. Budgeting is a critical life skill that unfortunately is not taught in school. This lack of education can put you at a disadvantage when you graduate and have to face the real world, especially if you move out on your own. Many people experience hardship after hardship because they are unable to manage their finances and distinguish between wants and needs. Everybody should understand how to organize a lifestyle that is paid for by earned income. This includes knowing how to budget for all expenses while also making sure there is money left over for basics like groceries and savings. Budgeting is crucial, but can be tedious and time-consuming to keep track of every dollar spent. Number 9. Secrets of credit. Unfortunately, many young people receive their first credit cards and then proceed to live a life consumed by debt. They are unaware of the significance of credit ratings and how important it is to have a good credit history. As a result, they often make late payments that can negatively impact their future. But if schools paid more attention to teaching students this life skill, they would likely be aware of the secret. Get a credit card first. Although the majority of people believe acquiring a credit card is a mistake, it is actually crucial for raising your credit score. Number 10. Take care of your body. A hospital visit for an accident, like a cracked toe, can be expensive if you don't have insurance. If you visit the ER and you're having trouble paying your monthly health insurance premiums, you'll end up borrowing money to pay for your medical expenses. This puts other people's money at risk, which isn't fair. If you don't have medical insurance, you should get it right now. Additionally, maintaining good health can result in significant financial savings for you. This includes following a healthy diet, keeping a healthy weight, getting regular exercise, and avoiding alcohol and other addictive substances. Be careful though, since you don't want to regret anything later on. I hope you learned a few tips. That's all for today's video. Feel free to share any helpful information we've missed in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos from our channel. Thanks for watching and see you all soon.